What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and as you can see, I'm out here with this awesome Q95. Is it awesome? Honestly, I don't know yet. I haven't really flown this thing FPV or did any real flying with it. I just did a little hover test with it, flew it around a little tiny bit since I did make some modifications. So I'm gonna point out all the things that I did. Now I'm going DSM-X on this one. So right here I had to solder the DSM-X receiver onto these two pads here. They're the inside three pads. The outside three pads, the outermost three pads are for free sky or FR sky. So you guys know with DSM-X you need 3.3 volts, so that's the one on the inner side in the middle. And it so happens that I don't know if they got lazy or what happened, but they actually used the hot wire from the buzzer to connect to that 3.3 volts, even though it says that this buzzer is supposed to have 5 volts. So I don't know why they did that. So I had to desolder that and put it over this side where the buzzer hot wire belongs. The positive belongs on the outside of the buzzer pad here, and they had the negative on the right spot, but for some reason they went over there for the positive. And so I needed to do that in order to get my DSM satellite receiver installed. And so here it is. Here I got some double-sided mounting tape here on the bottom, just sticky taped it to the top of that, and so it should be protected by this here. Good reception as well with the antennas, diversity antennas sticking out the back like that. And I glued the camera to this position here. It comes in there and it can swivel, but it's nothing really holding it in there. So I was doing a hover test and it ended up facing almost straight up and down. So I had to glue it right there. I put some double-sided mounting tape on the bottom, sticky taped it to the bottom there as well. And I saw Andy RC's video. He said this gets up in the props a lot, so I didn't want to experience that. So I did what he did. I did what he did on the arms there, using some zip ties here to hold the battery lead down. Now I did change the connection there to XT30. I didn't want any brownouts. This thing seems to be kind of powerful. So, oh, and the props there, I just pressed the props down, didn't use any mounting screws because they hold on pretty tight, so they should be tight enough to not have to use any mounting screws. That's these props here, these gem fans, my favorite props. These things are awesome. But let's get this thing fired up. Hopefully we'll be able to get some FPV footage. This eSheen monitor has been acting up. What I decided to do was I removed the internal battery, and it has a cord where you can go external with the battery, and I'm going to do that. And whenever it screws up on me, I can just unplug it and try it again. So enough talking, let's get this thing up in the air. Turn on the Devo. I got the Devo 10 out here. So let's see. We're gonna see if we can take off from up here. Oh, one last thing I did do, I forgot to mention that the 90ST has a nice LED setup as far as the commands and everything, what it does when you arm and stuff like that. So I just copied and pasted the LED settings from that into this and into the AR Fun 95 Pro. So now they all act like that. So, oops, something's touching here. I got the battery lead touching down there. So let's try to take off again. Okay, so we're in the air with it. We are recording. Pretty windy out here. Let's do a punch out. Nice punch out. Not as good as the AR Fun or the AR Fun 95 Pro, but it's pretty respectable though. Let's try some flips. It seems smooth though. Great, and my battery from my monitor died. Let me unplug that real quick. Guess this is going to be a line of sight flight again. Oh no, actually the cord just came out a little. Let's try to plug it back up. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Cord came out. See if we, yeah, so we're recording again. Let's arm quad, take off. So let's do some FPV while we can. Pretty smooth flyer. So this thing flies nice. I'm getting a little breakup when I fly back there with it. See, I can make it around this pole without any breakup though. Split S works pretty nice with this. Did a power loop and it looks like we're breaking up. Maybe I got too far away, or maybe the battery's getting low. I'm not getting anything from the buzzer though. I gotta remember those power lines are down that end there. So pretty nice flyer, I like it. Yeah, this thing is a nice flyer. Smooth. Awesome. Man, the wind makes it gain a whole lot of height though. So let's slow it down a little. Sound like I hear something rubbing. Hope that prop isn't in the I hope that prop isn't hitting the battery lead. Check it out. Nope. Battery lead's down. So there's an OSD on this board as well, but it's just not hooked up. I was tempted to set it up, but ended up not setting it up. So this is a really smooth flyer, pretty quiet. Reminds me a little of the King Kong 90 GT. Maybe it's those motors. Oh, I did have a problem with it when I first fired it up. It was on one shot, 125. Let me go back to angle mode so I can scratch the side of my face. But I did have this on, well, when I first plugged it up, it was on one shot, 125. And I was having a problem with the props spinning up. I had it set so that the props spin up when you arm it, but all of the props weren't spinning up together. So then I tried multi-shot, and it was doing the same thing. I tried setting the PWM value, I think it's called, up a little higher, and that didn't help it. And so then I went and put the settings to D-Shot 600, and that solved everything. Wow, it just dropped. The buzzer just started screaming at me. So as soon as this thing starts to, let me stop the video, make sure I got that. But as soon as this thing starts to yell at you, the buzzer, you have to bring it back in really quick, because this thing just went down on me. Good thing I was just hovering a few inches above the ground in front of me, but it started alarming, and then the alarm got increasingly high, and it just went down. So if I had been flying it up pretty high, it would have had a bad fall. And so maybe I need to maybe raise the low cell voltage warning is what I need to raise, I'm thinking, in beta flight. So that's it, a quick flight of the awesome Q95. Is it awesome? I would say so. This thing is a nice flyer. Thanks for watching.